なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
At long last.
Is this not the most random ultra drop we've ever had? Out of the blue, they're really gonna drop Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. For those that don't think it's him, that quote is exactly when Vegeta turns Super Saiyan 4 at long last, whatever. Not only that, but that side-eye pose that he has.
At long last.
That's literally what they did for the free-to-play Scouter Vegeta as well. It's the exact same thing. That whole silhouette follows exactly like Super Saiyan 4 eyes. I'm just taken back. One thing that stinks for me whenever Legends does these things is the teaser or the clip or whatever it is always drops when I'm asleep because of the time zone difference, as you can tell from my voice. So I woke up to this, and this has to be the most random ultra drop of all time. In the video, they say August 27 is when he drops. That's pretty much when everything wraps up. That's going to be the end of this month of LOE/movie saga campaign. So that means they're going to open this next campaign with an ultra release. I have never seen that. I don't think they've ever done that before. The ultra has always represented the finale of a campaign, so I don't know what they're doing. I guess they decided that they wanted to open up with a banger. I guess they're going to be doing a GT celebration. Hopefully they don't call it the year GT, because that tells us it's going to be shorter than this LOE campaign. Taking a look at the current GT roster, the fact that the developer said that this year they want to adopt a new philosophy and ensure that every character plays a specific role, this ultra character is going to have to be on the level of the anniversary characters, because his backup is non-existent. And if this guy goes into battle, his roster is going to be the equivalent of the Teletubbies when we want the Power Rangers. If you look at what we got here, everybody stinks. Even the most premium Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is the big stink on this team. So odds are this Ultra is going to have to do literally everything to get the pedal going. They've done this before. Back when GT started its campaign after the 6th anniversary, they gave this guy Zenkai Awakening, which was super cool, but because he was the first start to GT getting a power-up, he had to do so many roles. He was not only the disrupt guy, he was also the support guy, he was also the damage dealer guy, and he was also the tank guy. So he supported GT here. He had healing and disrupt to help him survive. He had the multiple ultimates and all this other stuff. And I guess that was appropriate because everyone wants a good LF Zenkai, but for an Ultra, that's kind of scary. I think everybody knows the Ultras that we deal with now clearly have a different philosophy that they're following. Rules for thee, not for me. Everybody has to have a predefined role, but if you're an Ultra, not only do I get to kick the crap out of you and do everything better than you, but I'm gonna kill team building because I'm so good, they're just gonna slap me on the leader slot for everything. I comfortably believe that Namek Goku has destroyed all team building, because you can just put that hot dog on the leader slot for any team, and not only do they benefit, but they become tremendously more annoying with the KO guard, the supporting, the AoE, all this other stuff. So this Vegeta has to be very, very, very good. I don't know. Starting off with an Ultra to power them up. If they wanted to be ambitious, then they could go out their way to introduce an LF Zenkai as well. One thing that Legends does that I do not like is they try to set up two forms of the tag that they're powering up, which I think is a wasted effort, and they should instead ensure that one variant is actually good enough first. During the 7th anniversary, when they started powering up Universal Rep, they did this, they broke down the team between a Strike version and a Blast version. The Strike version being, of course, the Kale Khalifa, the Transforming MUI Goku, the Ultra Hits, the unique equip for the Goku and Frieza. We got a competent Strike-oriented team. But at the same time, they decided we're going to make a Blast-oriented one with Evil Vegeta, Kaba, the Zenkai Awakening for the Revival UI, and the unique equip that MVP 17 got. Obviously, the range version of this suffered tremendously. The Strike-oriented one kicked the crap out of it. You know, at the cost of some characters not feeling they should be, you know, that they're not as good as they should have been. The same thing kind of happened with the Saiyan Saga variant. They kind of made a Strike and Blast version of it, and ultimately the Strike-oriented version came out on top because Kaioken Goku is just an absolute juggernaut. The support Goku just does such a great job of tanking, and the Z abilities just follow a more Strike-oriented build better than a Blast-oriented one. Now that they're going to be buffing up GT, I would hope that they stick with forming a Strike variant first. Just stick with a Strike variant first and ensure it's competent versus trying to divide your efforts between two forms. Some of you might argue they're doing this because they want to make the team good for Proud. And I don't know if I should make that a separate video, but this never-ending emphasis for buffing up things for Proud actually makes me a little bit nervous because it is reflective of a different game that I play on my phone. There's a game called Rush Royale. It's a gacha tower defense game. This is completely random. But that game actually had PvP. There was your traditional PvP where you would fight waves of monsters, both you and your opponent, and then a boss would spawn after a certain amount of time. Rinse and repeat. Things kept getting tougher and tougher until someone's deck just lost. They made a new mode called the Phantom mode, where what happened was at the end of the wave, a phantom would appear and your towers would do damage to a phantom, and that became the boss health for the enemy. So a phantom would spawn, you got like 10 seconds to beat it up. Let's say I do 10 million damage. That goes to your opponent's side, and now the boss that they have to kill has 10 million. Everyone thought, okay, it's a cool way to play the game, whatever, but I still prefer classic mode. Well, the devs didn't care. They ended up killing classic PvP mode in favor of the Phantom mode because in their eyes, the stats supported that the Phantom mode was just a better experience. I'm going to give you some secret FBI, CIA information here. It didn't. Instead, it forged a different, more annoying form of just people with money having a tremendous advantage over everybody else. My fear from Legends is that they might actually phase out classic PvP, where you go into the fight with only 3 characters, in favor of Proud mode. The World Tournament is using Proud mode rules. Every time they make a Zenkai or they make a new buff campaign for a tag, we're often told that if a character feels mediocre in classic mode, they're better in Proud because you need an entire team worth to be good. My fear is that they might actually phase out classic PvP and make Proud the standard mode. Not only does this force everyone to use every character, but this now forces players to need an entire good team versus just walking around with 3 competent characters. It's sort of another way to get you to summon on every banner, because guess what? You got only 2 or 3 of the good characters and you think you can run around with some hot dog water benches, using maybe just some Zenkais? Not anymore. If Proud is the standard PvP mode, then you got to ensure your entire team is good. A little less value on Zenkai Awakenings as the bench, and more value on you having more of the newer characters on your roster. That's just sort of the spooky boogeyman feeling that I have with how much push there is on Proud mode. But at the end of the day, this is all to say, them starting a new campaign with an Ultra is a bit of a curveball for me. But if they're going to be buffing up GT, I really don't think an Ultra was the greatest way to start it. I think they really should have started with buffing up, you know, some 1% Zenkais, perhaps a new banner, an LF unique equip or Zenkai Awakening. But having to open up with an Ultra simply means that the Ultra is going to have to do a lot given how poor the tag is doing now. If Vegeta ends up being strike-oriented and they start fizzling in a strike-oriented GT buff, it's very easy to see where they could go with this. Super Baby 2 unique equip or Zenkai Awakening, a Zenkai Awakening for the Tag 4s, perhaps a unique equip for, say, the Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I know that sounds crazy to say, but Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is probably the most countered Ultra of all time. This guy was so countered that we're still getting yellow Ultra releases. From Ultra Maj Vegeta to Ultra Beast Gohan to Ultra Namek Goku to a Plat Equip for Ultra Super Vegito, the Triamite Goku. We just got so much stuff to kick the crap out of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I can't help but wonder if they're like, did we take it too far? We took it too far. Let's give him a Plat Equip, because this high quality, very difficult to make premium character got smacked really hard. So maybe they give him a Plat Equip, and then we see a Zenkai Awakening for the Tag 4s, or a Zenkai Awakening for Super Baby 2, or maybe a secondary unique for the yellow Super Saiyan 4 Goku. All cool stuff that we would love to see. Maybe a unique equip for this Super Universal Spirit Bomb Goku, because this guy, although was the starting buffing campaign for the year of GT last time, he didn't do the best job of being the designated damage sponge. If Vegeta ends up being ranged, which I won't lie, I think is a little more likely, because Vegeta Clan has been getting mostly ranged-based characters. You know, Evo Vegeta, the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, both these characters are more ranged-oriented. If they end up doing that, then I end up seeing them buffing up the infamous Super 17. Super 17 with a unique equip would be terrifying. Omega Shenron with a unique equip could be appropriate too. We're no longer in this infinite combo meta, so a character with indestructible might have some value, given that Namek Goku pretty much snipes everybody, and he has the AoE guard. So, you know, Namek Goku doing the drop combo AoE to get past your indestructible won't be as successful. Hey, they could give a Zenkai Awakening to this purple 17, because he does have a lock-in. That would be pretty good going up against an ultra full power Frieza, especially because this guy has a anti-endurance passive, I believe, with the green card. Yeah, so lock in and pop the green, you got anti-endurance. That's a dangerous combo against the Frieza. So you can see that they could go many ways. I do think that starting a buff campaign for GT with an Ultra is weird, but at the same time, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is something people have asked for a long time. I just hope that if they're going to release an Ultra this early, could they at least ensure that these characters actually stay true to this new philosophy that they kept preaching, versus them making the Ultras just live off in their own fairyland and everyone else has to suffer from restrictive rules in their character design? And more importantly, let's not let this campaign be only 2 weeks like the year GT, and ensure that we actually end it with a competent setup of GT characters. But more excitingly, of the GT characters left that could be seeing a Zenkai Awakening or a power-up, all of them are either exciting or characters that with a power-up can comfortably do something in the meta. Super 17, the unique equip, Super Baby 2, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta plat equip, Omega Shenron unique equip, the Universal Spirit Bomb Goku, Tag Force Zenkai Awakening, secondary unique equip for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's all there. They can make something cool out of this. So you guys let me know in the comment section below what you think. Are you excited for this new buffing GT campaign? Or do you think it's too soon for them to be doing an Ultra already? The last final thought I have, if this is the only Ultra that we get until Festival, then I'm still sold that they do intend on doing multiple Ultras for every big celebration. Now let me say again, I'm not asking for it. I'm theorizing / predicting that that is their plan. I'm not supporting it. I don't want it. But if we only see one Ultra release between now and Fest, then them saying that we're only going to do double Ultras because it's the 7th anniversary is a lie. I still think that is an excuse that they put out in the universe, because if it doesn't happen due to development hell, they already got an excuse in the pocket. Oh, we never said that we're going to do it. But I truly believe their plan is to continue double Ultra releases to end celebrations. Just makes it easier and less pressure on them, because the Ultra doesn't always have to be just a home swing character. If you have 2 Ultras, you can afford to make rivalries. You can get away with a villain being alongside them. You can get away with maybe doing a less hype release. Don't make it a Fusion Warrior or a Saiyan every single time now. It can now be paired with somebody else. That's probably what they want to go for. But if we don't see anything till then, it's probably double Ultras for Fest. If we see one more Ultra, which should be around the Ultra Turles slot, then that means that we're only seeing one Ultra. At least that's what I think. Well, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Sorry for sounding so sleepy, but again, Legends just teases all this stuff, resets all this stuff at times where I would like to be asleep or am sleeping. So you guys enjoy. In a couple hours, could be streaming some Wu Chang Fallen Feather. Very fun game. But until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. Peace.